So I've just recorded this Gorguts part, and I've really expressed how I feel about them, and you can read it in the title as well. So I'll actually let you hear a song, which is actually fucking great. Um, a song called "Birth." How was it called again? "Birthplanes of Astral Projection." That is one of my all-time favorite songs. I love that song. I'll just look it up. I'm not gonna cover that song in specific because I think that the song is a bit too mellow to really compare it to this shit. I want to let you hear a song that will grow hair on your balls. Like that riff. Oh man, that's so fucking good. Birthplanes of Astral Projection. That's one of my favorite songs. This song is god tier. This is one of the best songs ever. This song destroys anything that Gorgus will ever make. Like, it's not even funny. I'm gonna cover the Ferryman today because it has a heavier riff and it's a bit more out there, I think. That's my second favorite, but Birthplace is one of my all-time favorite songs. I love the song. So why is Maudlin of the Well a great band? And why is Gorguts a really bad band? Well, if you watch my This Song Sucks episode, then you'll know why Gorguts is bad. And I'm gonna explain in this video why Maudlin of the Well is great. There's one really bad part in the Ferryman, which is really, really fucking awful, but that part still sounds way better than Gorguts. So I'll probably let you hear that as well, because I let you hear the Gorguts song also in all its glory, so I might as well, right? Well, it's in my history because I've literally just listened to it because I love it. A lot of like bad cryptacy performances, but they're still better than Gorguts this shit right there. So, but I mean, almost everything is. So the Ferryman. Like a lot of people seem to really dislike this verse section, which is like really like organ synth heavy and some shit. One person explained to me, how was that fucking instrument called again? The Hammond, I think. It's also called a Hammond, I believe. Like some sort of it's also some sort of organ, I think. So something like an organ, right? That's how this sounds to me. This is straight up Castlevania vibe. So it already opens up pretty brass, I would say. Like I first didn't like this intro because it was way too in your face. But I do like the really like eerie, ominous opening. I'm all about that vibe. So this is good in my book so far. I'm definitely liking it. Why does it have 70 dislikes? Maybe because of that ending part. But the riffs, man. The riffs all make up for it. This is twice as long as that Gorguts song though, so this might take a lot longer as well. But I wouldn't have to showcase like a good song because this is already a great song. So at least there's that. Because usually with bad music, I'll showcase, hey, this is bad, listen to this instead. And I don't really have to with Maudlin of the Well. Or I can let you hear Gorguts again, but I'm not gonna do that. I hate it when you like dislike or like a video, like or dislike, and it doesn't like register, and you have to click it again. That's so fucking annoying. Not as bad as listening to Gorguts though. There's that. Yeah, I think this part goes on for like 1.5 minutes, and then it goes into like a really mellow section, which is also really nice. It's probably my second favorite part of the song. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I also just noted that there's almost no vocals in the song, which I definitely prefer, like after hearing that atrocity that is Obscura. So yeah, if I have the choice of those vocals or no vocals, I'll pick no vocals any day. And I could have showcased Birth Pains of Astral Projection because I think it's not really a heavy song. But the singing in Birth Pains it's a really weird title, by the way. But Astral Projection has really great singing in it. It's like there are some death growls in it. But there's also some really soulful parts, which sounds fucking great. I love it. So I might make another episode of Maudlin of the Well because I love them a lot. Also, this is good between the bear and me, by the way, and that band is really bad as well. Or bad, they're just really generic to me. They're not per se bad; they're just generic. I might do an episode on them as well, like for metalcore. I'll do a Converge and a Between the Bear and Me episode. You can guess which one I like and which one I dislike after giving a description like that on BT Also, those like what is the word for that again? Those initials are really bad as well. BT Bam, like what the fuck? Well, what is Maudlin of the Well? Like Motv? Like it's not great, but at least it's not BT Bam. Motv. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those how would you call them? Those symbol. They're not crashes per se, but I would just say that those. Oh, what's the name of it again? I'm really bad with music theory and shit like that. Those hi hats, I suppose. Those hi hat notes are really nice as well. They're a nice touch. It sounds like you're going into like a classical piece or something, or not per se classical piece, like but just a really artsy jazz project or something. But you can also say that about a Gorgot song, which sounds more like free jazz, which sounds like shit to me, like most of the time, because it's just improvised bullshit. And this actually has structure to it and notes and melodic riffs, which I like. Not that jazz doesn't have melody, but you get what I'm saying. It's just really all over the place because it's free jazz, it's improvised. It doesn't have structure. You're just playing notes out of your ass, just what sounds good at the moment. No. Structure, bitch. So yeah, they're just kind of playing with the drummer, and they're actually giving the drummer space. Like, this is a good ass band because they're giving they're giving space for the drummer. He can do his hi-hat bullshit and just like mellow out to that shit. Then the guitars comes in and he builds off of that. Then a death growl comes in and he builds off of that. So the song builds and builds and builds into something grander until it fucking climaxes, But to me, the song climax is like a minute later when it begins. That's where I see the climax. But when the vocals kick in as well, oh my god, like, oh man, puts fucking hairs on your balls. So good. Toby Driver is a genius. Like, I swear to God, the music kicks in now. Don't worry. But I don't hate this part. I like this first part because it's just eerie, mellow build up to a really fucking epic breakdown. So I like that. I like that kind of build up. I don't like when you instantly like bust or blow your load on the song. There's nothing to wait for. There's nothing to anticipate because you already blew your load. In that sense. So I like the build up. I like the build up. Guitar sounds straight up like some smooth jazz or something, or like some, I don't know. Like what does Miles Davis play that I like? Like not Bitches Brew. That's definitely my least favorite album from him. From what I know. A Silent Hour, I think. Something like where he looks up to the sky. That's probably my favorite. Like kind of that kind of jazz. Like just really like nicely like melodic. Just really like smooth jazz, right? Like what the fuck is it? I can look it up. I might add some Miles Davis. I don't know. I don't like the guy though, but I don't love him. He's probably my favorite jazz artist. I don't know. But yeah, no offense to Miles Davis is a legend, of course. Like, no disrespect to him, but he can never recreate a song like this or Birth Pains of Astral Projection. And of course, it's a whole different genre, but like the breakdowns that are about to come up, like Miles Davis, you are not ready for this. Not anyone is ready for that. This album is pretty good as well. In a silent way, the album before Bitches Brew, that's my favorite one probably. Jazz Fusion, I think it's called. Jazz Fusion and Model Jazz. Like, yeah, this is my favorite Miles Davis album, probably. So I'll say that. The songs are like, there's only 2 songs, so it's a bit I don't know, it's a bit long, but I don't know, I might add this one. Who knows? Probably not, because I'm just really impatient with jazz. I don't know. Also, sorry for that girl. That probably sounded gross. Sorry for that. Still sounds better than Gorgas, though. I have to say it. So yeah, the guitars are really like soulful and kind of give off like a smooth or like a jazz fusion kind of sound to it. Like really, well, I think Toby Driver's biggest influence is how was the guy called again? Fuck. Like the fucking king of avant-garde music. I forgot it. Fuck. But it's like literally like Toby Driver's like biggest influence, but I forgot it. Fuck. Look at avant-garde. Yeah, avant-garde jazz. He's in there, I think. He's not mentioned, but he's in there. It's like laying on the ground and shit and play with Naked Japan, I think. I think it's this part. I'm gonna pause this part because it's so amazing. I want to let you wait for it and just fucking explode on you. Okay, so where did I... Yeah, here, okay. It's not on here? It's not on the first page? Well, it was... What's his name? John Zorge, I think? Something like that. I think it was with Naked City, though, which is a Japanese metal band, so... Yeah, it was with... How's this dude called again? John Zorn, there you go. John Zorn is the Toby Driver's biggest influence, who is the king of avant-garde music, so I get that, but Toby Driver took his sound and made it way better somehow, so yeah, Toby Driver's a genius again. Okay, prepare your buttholes for this part. This part is fucking awesome. Okay, I'm not sure if you heard like me like flipping out of shit, but that part is fucking awesome. I love how that sounds. Just how it comes in. Those fucking riffs are crushing as hell. Like I love the riffs on this song. The vocals sound really guttural. Just really fucking punchy. They just give that extra punch to the song. I love when the backup screamer like makes the song even screechier. And those guitars are really greatly mixed as well. And he does that whole slide back thing, and it sounds like the guitar's like busting into metal or something, or they're slamming it against metal. Like it has that whole rusty sound, and gives me kind of a Rusted Peace kind of vibe, which is great, of course. So that is great. The vocals are great. The tone is fucking awesome. The production is fucking stellar. Yeah, this is peak avant-garde metal right there. This is fucking dope. Last part is pretty shitty, like the last part of the song, but this part right here is fucking god tier. Like, if this was the whole song right there, I would give it instant god tier. Would be, well, it's still one of my favorite Maudlin on the Well songs, but it would be better than Birth Pains of Astral Projection if it would build more of that riff. But they're kind of going into a experimental neandering route, which is less of my thing. I definitely love this first section. Like the first half of the song is Kino, is god tier. Second part is kind of I think. Second part is still good, but it's a bit improvised, I think. So they're going more into that shitty Gorgas round, but like it sounds way better, of course. But yeah, it's still top tier song for me. But if they, I don't know, shortened the song, or they only did that first part and they expanded on that, I would give it a higher rating, or I just give it a god tier, just like Birth Pains, which is a perfect song. So there's that. So, but I still like this first, like the first 3.5 minutes are flawless perfection. I think the first half of the song is fucking awesome. Like, and later they bring it back to the riff again, but they don't scream over it, which is definitely the best part. Like that 2.5 minute part, that was the peak of the song. It only goes downhill right now, but it's still a pretty good song. But yeah, when I first heard that 2.5 minute part, like there was like instant like I grew some fucking hair on my balls. Like fucking goddamn, that's a fucking heavy ass breakdown right there, and a good one as well. It's a good one. Really fucking good one. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this part. Like I literally just listened to the song, but you have this really like eerie, like haunting voice behind it. It's like it later comes back into that eerie organ part, and you have those like there's suddenly a female vocalist singing soulfully over the song while the organ sound comes back. So it kind of sounds like she's a ghost lady because her tone, her production, like the atmosphere around her voice is really atmospheric and just really haunting. So it sounds like she's a ghost or something, which is a really fucking cool theme they're going for, which I really like. Makes the organ in the beginning really like useful. Doesn't let it go to waste. They built off that organ into this part, which makes sense now to use that organ in because of the ghost lady. Try to focus on her voice. It sounds really fucking eerie how they produced her voice. Really impressive stuff right there, Toby Driver. Really impressive. I would have preferred if they like got less wanky on their guitar and they would have like let her sing a bit better or just a bit more. She sings great though, but if they let her sing a bit more and more, give her more space, they do that eventually. But I think here it would have been good as well to kind of cut down the guitars a bit because you've already played the guitar for 3 minutes straight now. So maybe, I don't know. These like solos are pretty wild as well. Never noticed, but these solos are fucking crazy. Pretty good as well. Yeah, now they bring it back, and now they give her space to do her part. That's what I love about Maudlin of the Well. They give every band member space to use their instrument, to have their part, to just give breathing room to every member, so that they all have their own personalized part in this song, which makes them all stand out. You know, which Gorgas doesn't understand. They only understand like fucking wanking on your guitars and not letting the bass and the drums be audible at all. That's what they do. Like only egotistical guitars. Hence why the band kind of broke up. And this, I mean, well, I mean that's kind of funny of me to say since the band broke up as well. But I mean, you have KO right now. That's cool. What does Gorgas have? Well, a new album, I guess. But it's pretty shitty as well, but whatever. This is simply an amazing part. I did say that it went downhill, but I mean, nothing can improve or nothing can be better than that first initial death metal riff, like with those vocals, like fucking death growls. That was so good. Like when I hear that part, like my head just slams to the ground. That's how hard I headbang to that part. It just slams to the fucking ground because of it. But yeah, this part is really great as well. Where they just like they don't have to completely silence the guitars. Like maybe not that, but they what they do now is like they play one note. And then they just fucking let that note rip. They just fucking let that note rip while that organ is busy in the background and while she is singing over that riff, like over that one ripping fucking note that is going on in the song, which is a really fucking nice touch. That's really nice. Like I like that they didn't completely muted the guitars. They just slow down on the guitars. They just let one note rip, have an organ in the back, and let her sing really hauntingly beautiful over that, which is really well implemented. I really love that. One note, one organ synth sound, one organ piece, and just her vocals. Just it's pretty simple, but it's just beautiful. It's perfect. I would get so sad if this whole song got claimed and Gorgus was fine, you know. I would get so sad, but that's probably gonna be the reality. But YouTube doesn't want me to have fun. Only want to see me suffer. But I mean, if I get the word out that Gorgus is an awful band, I would be kind of happy, you know. If more people would take that serious, then, you know, I can at least appreciate that. So there's that. Like, do you hear that? Can you hear that? When you're hearing, at least when you're fucking wearing, at least when you're wearing headphones, you can hear the bass. Oh my god, I can hear bass in the metal song. Oh man, Toby Driver, you're a genius. Man, I love to hear bass in my metal. Like, fuck yeah, guys. You guys rule. This band does everything better than Gorgus. Like, don't even at me. They sing better. They play their instruments better. They give every member space. They have a female vocalist who gives like an eerie, haunting atmosphere to the song, which adds another layer to this complex piece. Yeah, I would say it's a complex piece. It's fucking avant-garde. So most of that shit is pretty complex. Especially, I would say this has kind of a simple beauty to it, but it also has pretty complex parts, so there's that. It has a bit of both, which is pretty great. It's not complex all the time, you know. It has some simple beauty to it. I think they bring it back one more time, and then that really bad part comes in, which I'll let you hear as well, because it's still part of the song. And I still think that part is better than Gorgus. But it's pretty bad. This part is probably my least favorite, besides the last really cringy part, because they're just kind of meandering on their instruments, just kind of filling time. Well, the song could have been shorter. After the vocals were done, you could have just cut it to the part again, to the beginning, and then ended right there, and then fucking remove that really cringy moaning sound right there. So, what the fuck was up with that? Like, I would have like given them a lot of credit if they did that really cringy moaning part in the live version, if they had a live version, but they never recorded this live, or they never played this song live. I'm not even sure if they ever played live. Like, Toby Driver played live sometimes with Chaos, but I don't think he ever toured with Maudlin as well, because they're so out there, they're so weird. But I still think they're great. They should have toured. I would have seen them. I would have given them money. Sure. The organ is arguably at its best here, when it's just like one or two like eerie, haunting points or just notes, and just like the main riff at the beginning again coming back. That's a really good part as well. Pretty high tier stuff right there. I love this riff as well. The just sounds really melodic, just like almost non-existent in avant-garde metal. Just how melodic that riff is. It's just really like rare performances here by Maudlin of the Well. Now that I look at it, I should have gone for Birth Pains of Astral Projection, because the singing in that song is fucking beautiful. Toby Driver sings his heart out on that song. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I own this album on vinyl, and I also think this album is way better than Leaving Your Body, man, which is like the higher rated album out of the two. I don't really get that. I think Beth is way better. Like Beth has the better high points, and the low points are the interlude, which are still fucking great. So why do people like Body Map over Beth? I don't get that. And I think the titles are swapped because this is a body map or some shit, and the other album is a cover of a bath. So I think they swapped the titles, which I don't really get. I don't really get that. It's kind of confusing. That's the only like bad thing about Maudlin, because they swapped the titles. It's not necessarily bad. It's just kind of confusing, I think. I mean, but the music sounds good, so who cares? I might just do an episode 2 just for Astral Projection, because that's literally like one of my all-time favorite songs. Like that's literally one of the best songs I've ever heard. But this song just had that fucking breakdown. I was like, oh man, this is a fucking avant-garde breakdown. Like, Gorguts, step the fuck down. This is how you do weird death metal music. Like, come on. This 6.5 minute part, this is the worst part of the song. Like, if this part didn't exist, this might have been a god tier song. Just saying. Like, I like them playing with water in bath and shit, and like making that really atmospheric tone to it all. But I hate that moaning sound. Like, what the fuck is going on there? That's probably why the song got 70 dislikes. Like, if you dislike it for the death metal breakdown, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But I can understand that you dislike this part. Or maybe the organ part at the beginning, which was really, like, in your face, really, like, brutal, I think. Well, brutal. It was pretty, like, non-apologetic, I guess. I mean, just really in your face, I think. Just really sudden. But I still like that part compared to this. It's just so bad. Why does this exist? I'm literally crying right now because it's like watching a really amazing performance by one of your favorite artists, and then in the last part they're messing up, and you're like, oh no, please, it was so perfect. Like, what are you doing? Like, oh, don't ruin it for yourself. That's how this part is to me right now. You give such a great performance, and then you do this shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is painful to hear. Like, what the fuck? This is still better than Gorguts, though, but this is fucking bad. Toby Driver, what the fuck are you doing, man? Oh my god, this is... What the fuck were you smoking when you made this? Like, the guy's literally, like, having sex with the ghost lady and some other fucking ugly goblins or some shit. That's what he's doing right now. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you do you, man. Like, Toby Driver, you deserve some pussy after making shit like this, but maybe don't record it. That sounds really fucking bad and gross and disgusting and cringe. Like, what the fuck, man? That's everything that Gorguts says. Don't be like Gorguts, please. Be better than them. You are better. Like, why are you stooping down to their level? What the fuck, man? Okay, now it's over. Like, the last 30 seconds are still pretty nice. I like just them playing with water, or Toby Driver playing with water in the bath. Just eerie, like fucking... I could have that on loop. Just the fucking bath sounds. I like that shit. Like this. This is nice. Sounds like he's shitting in the bath. I mean, that's pretty relaxing, right? I listened to John Zorn because Toby Driver was like, oh my god, this album is awesome. And he was like literally smashing a TV on the ground. And that was the music he was making. I was like, Toby, are you fucking high or something? How is this a good album? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, he made genius music out of it though. But like, what the fuck? How is this good? Like, it's literally just like a TV like falling down, and that was the music. Like, what? So there are definitely some parts in this music that are like, why did you record this? Like John Zorn did. Like, he had a lot of those moments. But Toby Driver did like mute those parts out to make better music, but he still can help himself sometimes. Like what the fuck, man? Ah, man. Yeah, this is pure vibes. Like put this on loop for me. I can vibe to this for sure. I'm an easy man. Well, am I? I hate most music though, or hate. I'm just mad about most music. Like you have to go out of your way to make the best or the worst music to me, and that's what I just showcased. Like one of the best songs and one of the worst songs. Besides that shitty moaning part, it was really bad. That's the only reason why the song isn't God tier, because the first 3.5 minutes of this song were fucking perfection. And I think even the last 2 minutes were like, with the eerie, haunting production and the soulful, like the ghostly tones of the female vocals were a really nice touch as well, which is pretty God tier as well. So I say the first 5 minutes are pretty God tier. It's just the last part. It's just really fucking cringy and bad. And then they kind of bring it back with the BAP sound. So that is nice. At least it doesn't end on a total garbage note. But yeah, remove that last moaning or that second last moaning part, and I might give the song a God here. So yeah, this is a pretty amazing song. Besides that last part, yeah. So that is the video. Also made it 30 minutes. Those are my opinions on Maudlin of the Well and Gorguts. You can make amazing avant-garde metal music, and you can make awful avant-garde metal music. I hope I made it clear today. One of them sounds so fucking good, and one of them sounds like a piece of shit. And I hope that you understand why they sound like that, or what I think of them, and what is good avant-garde metal and what is bad avant-garde metal. I know that audience is kind of small. Like you really have to be in that sound to really get it. But some bands really hit the mark, like Maudlin of the Well, and some bands really fucking miss it, like Gorguts. And I think that I had to, like, I want to express that opinion because I'm on Rage Music a lot, and Gorguts is literally like the top-rated band in that genre, which is like putting a shit stain, giving a shit stain a gold medal. Like it's not right. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right, So I was like, yeah, I need to say something to this because no one else is doing it, I think. So yeah, that is my opinion on both of the bands. So I don't even think that I have Maudlin of the Well as a favorite for me. Like, do I? I should have though. Like, are they not on my favorites list? Do I not have them? What the fuck? Come on, man. I definitely need to add Maudlin of the Well because Bath is literally like one of the best albums. I do have Ulver though. Ulver's great, but Catatonia, In Flames, Pork Patry, of course. All great bands. I don't have Maudlin of the Well. Damn. I'm definitely gonna add them after this for sure. But yeah, that's the video. I love Maudlin of the Well. I don't like the other bands so much. Let me know in the comments what you think about Gorguts and Maudlin of the Well. Do you hate the bands? Do you love the band? Do you love one, hate the other? Or do you get this music and do you think I'm really weird for liking this kind of music? I don't know. But let me know in the comments down below and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.